All right, welcome to the first stream of Characters and Dice, where we're going to be making Palladium characters for you to use at your convenience. Today, we're going to be making a Mercenary Warrior. We're going to start off something relatively simple, teach you how to make characters and why things are done the way they're done. And we're going to be following the book in order. I do have my own physical copies of the books that I use, and but just to keep things simple and easy for you guys, we'll be presenting it in PDF format. So we're going to start off with Palladium Fantasy. It's a good Dungeons and Dragons alternative. Palladium is my personal favorite. And as I said, we're going to create a mercenary warrior. And we're going to be human. Start things off simple, keep it first level, just to ease everybody in. So, if you're coming from another system, you should be able to identify a lot of the main components. If you've never played before, welcome. It looks intimidating. The hard part is just copying everything down. So, stats. Stats are your attributes for humans. You roll 3d6 across the board. We have 8 stats: IQ, mental endurance, mental affinity, physical strength, physical prowess, physical endurance, physical beauty, and speed. There are several ways you can roll stats. You can go straight down. You can place them where you want. And if you're going for a specific class in Palladium, it's called OCC, you place them where you want, where you need them, because you'll have some key requirements. That's a good way. I've seen where some people, they'll roll all 8 stats 3 times and take the overall better aggregate. But for all intents and purposes, we're just going to go straight down. So let's go ahead. I'm using a digital die roller, just so that way you guys can see what's going on. And this is a digital character sheet that you can get from palladiumbooks.com. So let's go ahead and get started. First one is a 10. Now, for the vast majority, there's no penalty for having low stats. If you roll 3 ones, there's no in-game penalty. And if 3 ones for an IQ, I'd be playing a pretty dumb character. I kind of like those characters, but it is what it is. And if we get an exceptional stat, and I'll talk about that some more, but there's possible you can get a character that is off the charts. Second one, another 10. Okay. We're dealing with an average mercenary. MA of 12. And physical strength normally is going to be your most important stat for a mercenary warrior. Mercenary warriors are usually melee focused, combat focused, and 13. It's not the end of the world, but that's going to get improved upon. So there's really 3 types of characters you can make in Palladium. Your man at arms, which is what a mercenary warrior is. Your magic user, which can include a priest, or can include a what's called a leyline walker, or what most people would refer to as a wizard, and a psionicist, mind melter, power of the brain. So those can be pretty interesting. Let's see. 12 PP. 13 PE. So overall, we're dealing with a pretty average person. 10 physical is beauty. They're not ugly, but they're not. Apparently, they're slow though. All that heavy armor. They're not very physical. Well, they're not very fast. Let's see. So let's go back. Let's go down to making a character. How to play. Creating character. So we got 8 attributes. At some point, we're going to create non-humans, and then we'll definitely have to pay attention to what gets rolled. When you're playing a non-human, you can have like 4d6 plus 6 for physical strength, and then a 2d6 for MA. Those options can happen, and if you do that, you can't just put things wherever you want. So, fortunately, this sheet has a lot of makes it life easier on us. So, Man of Arms, Mercenary Warrior, and it looks like there's going to be a lot more OCCs that I'm going to have to investigate on, like Gladiator. I think that's in the High Seas book. So, more good stuff coming down the pipes. All right. So here we're going to select our OCCs. We have our stats. We have our OCCs. Let's see. 8 attributes. So attribute bonus traits. We didn't get any on this character. No exceptional attributes. But if you happen to roll a 16 or better on 3d6, you can roll another d6 and add that on top of it. And depending on what your attribute is, will determine what kind of bonuses you get. IQ is a really good one because that will impact your skills. Give you bonus on your skills. A lot of your mental endurance, some saving throws, your mental what's brain fart, not mental affinity. That's how you can get people to trust you or to intimidate them. PS is, of course, straight up damage. Just add some more oomph. PP is so your parry and dodge bonuses and strike bonuses. That's very helpful. And your physical endurance is more saving throws for comas, deaths, or magic and poisons. And your physical beauty is how well people like you, of course. So, let's see. Movement and exertions. So, yeah, there's a lot of debate on moving. Better information about that will be out. Will be coming up in a new release, which I'll have a better understanding. Which I should have a better understanding there. Let's see. Physical strength. So normal characters with a PS of 3 to 16 can carry 10 times their PS in pounds. So we're 13. 13 times 10 is 130. So this guy can only carry 130 pounds. Let's see. And of course, supernatural creatures can carry a lot more. Let's see. There is a difference in lifting weight. Should be able to carry more. You should be able to do more. If you let's see. Weight and movements, supernatural strength and damage table. Most of the time for players, especially in fantasy, you're not going to deal too much with this. This is mainly going to be your opponents that you're dealing with. How fast you are. Speed factor of 5. Hey, look at that. So we're moving at about 3.5 miles an hour. Yes, we're super speedy. We are not. Okay, hit points and SDC. Um, hit points are self-explanatory. Hit points. SDC are, you can take a punch. All the times that you've seen John Wayne get shot with a bullet and he still freaking slugs the bad guy, or how often John Wick has taken a dagger to the freaking ribs and he's still moving like nothing's happened. That's your SDC. So, hit points. We start with our PE. Look at us. We got 13. Now, bear with me. Let me locate on here where the skills really. That's PPE. Racial bonuses. Saving throws. Horror factor. Let's see. Oh. Oh, look, already calculated for us. So the max carrying. So, excuse me. As you can see, we can carry 130 pounds, but we can lift 260. Let's see. Experience, we're at 0. Let's see. Race, human. Oh, it's really. And a hand bonus. SDC damage bonus. Oh, in here. Hit points. All right. So again, I'm stupid. But, you learn from my being retarded. All right. So the good news is we've got 13 already here. So first level, we go ahead and roll 1d6. We had 2. Yay, a whole whopping 2. That's fine. So we have 15 hit points. Doesn't seem like a lot, and it's not. So whenever you level up, you roll a d6 and you add it to your stats. Your SDC is static, but you're going to have, depending on what type of character you are, what class you are, the man of arms, spellcaster, things of that nature, scholars, will depend on what kind of SDC you get. So we get 3d6. We got a whole whopping 7. Oof. So we now have almost double our, yeah, we're over double. Armor is going to be our friend. We're going to want to invest in heavy armor on this because we can get hurt easy. Now, the reason why this is important is any damage you take beyond your armor goes to your STC first, then into your hit points. And right now, one good hit and our STC is gone. So let's see if we can bump this up with some skills as well. Let's see, game stuff. The reason why not taking damage is important is because here in Palladium, there is no You take a good night's sleep. Hey, guess what? You're fully rested and fully healed up. No, no, no. You're hurting. You're hurting. Okay. You break your jaw. Your jaw's going to take time to heal. Uh, what you're looking at is here with professional treatment means you're bedridden and you have somebody helping you every step of the way or keeping an eye on you and making sure that you don't get bed sores. 2 hit points per day for the first 2 days. Let me say that again for those in the back. 2 hit points per day. So we have 15 hit points right now. If we were down to 5, the first day of us being laid up bedridden with a wet nurse, we would be at 7. So again, no, I took a nap, so I'm back fully healed. No, that's not how this works out, boys and girls. Now we does after 2 days of that, it gets up to 4, whole whopping 4 points. SDC, you get a rate of 6 per day. Our SDC would be back up in like a day and a half. So, let's see. Optional damage rules. If you take a lot of hit point damage, you might get some penalties, which can be interesting. Psionics. We're not going to really deal with psionics on this one. We're going to keep this one simple. But as you can see, you have about a 25% chance of having psionics, 10% being major, the last 15 being minor. So, actually, you know what? Why not? Let's see. Who knows? Psionics might help this person stay alive. And 74. Nope. All right, so no psionics. That's fine. Selecting a race in OCC. Well, okay. This is kind of a little bit backwards. This should be step 1. Because you should have your race when you roll your attributes. Because that's what tells you what dice you're rolling. So one of the things that you will see, Palladium's full of inconsistencies. They're consistent about that. It's fine. You just get used to it and you move on. And then we'll be jotting down our equipment on money. Let's see. Oh yeah, and when we get our OCCs, we'll be jotting down our skills. And then, the final little details of our character. Yay. Now, you're coming from another system. Palladium arguably does have the best alignments of all the games that I've seen. People who say, I'm neutral, good. No, you're not. There is no neutral. Nobody's neutral. You can be neutral about, some perspectives, but you're not going to be freaking saving, escorting a lady across the street and then punching a kitten the very next moment. It's not going to happen. So you have your good, you have your selfish, and you have your evil. Most of the time, most people don't allow for the evils. Can you play an evil? You sure can. Yeah, you can. But a lot of people, people are like, we're good guys. People want to be good guys. I get that. Now, Palladium will give you, right here, neutral. First of all, there's no such thing as an absolute or true neutral. So they give you some guidelines. Now, this is a theme with any Palladium book. It's all guidelines. Nothing. It's not written in stone, and even if it was, it wouldn't matter. Your table, your rules, have fun. For example, I was preparing for a demo game, and I've set it more modern. And in order to do that, well, to work everybody in, I went ahead and on top of everything else they got, their equipment, all of it all set up, I went and I gave everybody, okay, tabletop RPG, starting at 25%, plus your bonuses and whatever, and level those up accordingly for the characters. I gave everybody another skill because I knew A, I knew it wasn't going to unbalance it, and B, it's a more modern, y'all meet at a tavern. You're you're at the table playing fifth ed. I'm sorry. You know, roll your skills to see how you're doing. And it just gives an additional flavor. So if you want to add something, do it. You know, if you want to change something, do it. Even Kevin, he says, do it. Nothing's stopping you. Nothing wrong with that. So let's see. Good alignment's principled. You know, always keep his words, avoid lies. You know, stupid. Never kill or attack an unarmed foe. Never harm an innocent. Never torture for any reasons. Never kill for pleasures. Always help others. You know, this is your standard Boy Scout. Works well in a group. You know, they're okay with Cartman on here. Okay, respect authority. Cartman would have no problem with principal characters. Cartman's not a principal character, but you know, never betray a friend and never break the law unless conditions are desperate. So no B&E, no theft, no torture, no just cold cocking somebody just cause. You know, principle. And it says so right here, Boy Scout. Hey, Boy Scout. Excuse me. The paladins of the group. And yes, paladins and knights, especially knights, they have their chivalrific code. Scrupulous. Good guys, you know, a little bit more libertarians. Um, they're a little bit more flexible with the rules. That's fine. Works with groups, but dislikes confining laws and bureaucracy. Distrusts authority. You know, my kind of people. But anyways, selfish. But just because you're selfish doesn't mean you're evil. You know, you're free spirited. You know, you keep your word of honor. You'll lie and cheat if necessary. Let's see. Again, dislike authority. Anarchist. Sliding more towards evil here. You know, have again, lie and cheat if you feel it's necessary. Not likely to kill an unarmed foe, but will certainly knock out, attack, or beat up an unarmed foe. I mean, yeah, there are prisoners. What? Evil alliance. And all evil characters are not bent on universal genocide or domination. You don't have to be freaking the next Hitler to be evil. Yeah. So yeah, miscreants will not necessarily keep their words, lie and cheat anyone, may kill for sheer pleasure. Yeah, just done. Just felt like it. Aberrant. Aberrant is starting to be, you know, if they're honorable, they're good. This would be the equivalent to lawful evil, you know, because again, always keeps his word of honor. He is honorable. They have their code, and oops, go away. And diabolic evil. This is the chaotic evil equivalent. Let's see. Insanity. You can develop your character can develop an insanity. Those are fun to deal with. Psychosis, but we're going to start off. You know, we're fresh off the boats. Experience points. All right. One thing real quick about experience points. You get experience for doing your skills. You get experience for your ideas. Even if it's this is where you're going to get the majority of your XP, your ideas, your actions, your plans, your being in character. Um, that's where you're going to get. You're not going to be getting. I killed a goblin. That's 25 XP. Ka-ching! No, I picked a lock. That's 25 XP. Or I tried to navigate through the woods. We may have got lost, but I still learned something. But I'm still getting 25 XP from that. Or, a clever but futile idea. Let's bribe the town's guards. You know what? Not a bad idea. That town guard is a very honorable person, but not a bad idea. Or quick thinking idea or action. Self-sacrifice. Putting yourself in front of a fireball meant for someone else. You're going to die, but you're going to have a lot of XP from it. You've sacrificed yourself. You are doing what you need to do, and that is not going to go unnoticed. So when you make your new character, you'll have the additional XP. It might be enough to put you up a level. Let's see. Good judgment. Playing in character bonus. That's for some people that's hard. But so you got 3 categories of killing or subduing opponents: minor menace, major menace, or great menace. Even subduing a great menace, you will take on Tiamat. Say you take on Tiamat, you're not getting a lot of XP from defeating Tiamat. At most 300 XP. You get more than that from freaking running over to Tiamat's foot as they're about to stomp on your wizard and freaking using your strength to hold the foot so your wizard can get out of the way. They're guaranteed at least 500 for that. So, yeah, this is not. If you're here for hack and slash and just racking up XP, see ya. This you get points for thinking. You get points for being. You get points for experience. You're not getting a lot of points for killing. Character backgrounds. You know what? Nothing wrong with doing this now. Why the hell not? Let's see. Oh wait, we need that. All right, so this poor schmuck, average man, who for some reason thinks it's neato to want to be a mercenary warrior. 65 because they were the 6th born. Yes. Now you can see why he decided to, or they decided to go adventuring. Let's see. Helps if we go to the right. Here we go. Character sheet. Here we go. Birth order. 6th born. Wait. Let's see this guy. 39. Average. Okay. Now, wait, probably about 210. Height, 51. Average. Let's see, 6'1". Age, 69. 26. All right. They took a while, okay? It took them a while to realize that being an adventurer might be kind of a better idea. Disposition. Now, also, keep in mind, this is optional. I do it because it'll help flesh out the character. If you already know that you want to be the scrawny little 16-year-old, peasant, farm boy, firstborn, but indebted, go for it. Excuse me. Do what you want to do. This is optional and just fun stuff. Hot-headed, quick-tempered, emotional, but mostly a nice guy. Yay. Let's see. Yes, I do. Ugh. Paste. Thank you. Excel. All right. So there are a wide variety of kingdoms in Palladium Fantasy. Humans are currently running the place. Elves and dwarves, not so much. They had a major war. That's the lore. I'm not going to go too much into lore, but it is predominantly human. 89, the Balagor Wastelands. And there's okay, so this guy's from like maybe uh some tribe, some desert type tribe. Good to know. Good to know. Type of environment. All right. 93. Yep, small to medium tribe or clan. All right. So this is a good sized community that they're coming from. Social or family background. 36. Fanner and landowner. Not rich, but well off. I mean, sixth born, I can see that. This guy is not inheriting the land. It's just not happening. Any hostilities? Let's see. Let's see. 69. Man. Ogres. Okay. Doesn't like ogres. I get that. There. All right. Doesn't like ogres. Notes on aging. We're not going to worry too much about aging because chances are this guy living long enough, not very high. Notes on technologies. Yes, a laser weapon can happen on this world. Now, one thing about this world, this whole system, Palladium books, is a multi-dimensional universe. Well, not even a universe. There's multi-dimensional um, environments. So you've got you got fantasy settings, your elves, your dwarves, your catapults, your pre-Renaissance technological eras. The height of scientific is arrows and a catapult. Ballistas aren't even a thing. They're barely a thing. Then you could take that character and go into superheroes. Today, superheroes, Omni-Man, Superman, the Avengers, or you can go into space, Phase World, which is space magic. Yeah, magic in space. It's awesome. Let's see. The power of the imagination. Dice. So you use really three main dice. Your D20 for your attacks, your dodge, your parries. D6s for a lot of damages. Not so many things. Damage will range from like 1 to 3 normally. And percentiles. Because your skills run off percentiles. Combat rules. You want to talk about combats? Legion of Myth has a good primer of how combat works. I'm not going to get into too much on that. I'm just here to make a character. Hand-to-hand skills. Horror factors. So there is in-game rules for when the dragon falls down, lands right in front of you guys. And you're like, it's a dragon. That's interesting. Myself and two other friends were playing the games, and dragon lands in front of us. Roll your horror factors. Re-roll it. Friend in the middle goes, "We got this, guys. We got grenades, guys." And he looked behind us, and the two of us, we were just hauling away as fast as we could because we failed our horror factor. We're like, "That's a dragon," and we're going away real fast. Skills, lots of skills. We'll be going into that in detail soon enough. Let's see. Player characters in the world of Palladium. Here we go. So here's some list of OCC. So occupational character classes is what an OCC is. It's Palladium's form of class. Jobs, whatever you want to call it. Now, vagabond, peasant, farmer. That's a fun one right there. Again, these are optional. Practitioners of magics, men at arms, clergy, monks are just not right. Well, if you're going up against demons and devils, you need monks with you because they will just tear them a new one. And psychics. So mind mage, psi healers, psi mystic. I like mystics. Mystics are a combination of practitioner of magic and psionics. It's awesome. Clergy. Well, we're not going to deal with clergy yet. Maybe next fantasy episode. Monks. Oh, look, you're a demon. And punk. Next. Here we go. Men of arms. Mercenary OCC. Yep. So that's not us because as you see, we have a physical strength of 13. That is not a physical strength of 13. That is a physical strength of 24. Maybe. I don't know. All right. Talk about mercenaries getting jobs and money. You're mercenaries. You like money. Money's good. All right. So alignments, any. Attributes. Minimum requires physical strength of 7. Yay. We almost double that. A high PP and PE are recommended but not required. Good. So then. All right. So let's see what this gives us. +2 to pull punch. So this is related to combat. Being able to punch somebody but not inflict your full punch. That's fine. Let's see. Save versus horror factors. Oh, here we go. Horror factors. Here we go. We get a +1. So we roll a d20. 3, 4. All right. So we would have had it effectively a 4. Yeah, we're going to get scared by a lot, but that happens. Jump scares and all that. And then we'll get another +1 at levels 3, 6, 9, and 12. Oh wait, freaking AI stuff. All right, so skills. Yay, skills. Now, you see that, and I'm sorry for the fact that, well, this here is tiny, and we might not need this anymore, so I can make that bigger. Yeah, here we go. Right, still. Here we go. Better. So, our profession is giving us bonuses to our skills because we actively work on it. This is what we do. So let's see. Climb skills, walls. Well, that's going to be a physical skill. And climb, scales, walls. Yay. OCC bonus 10. So that gives us 50/45. Why do we have two? Because this particular skill has two uses. Most of the time, you're not going to use the second use. There's a few skills like that, not many. So, fortunately, don't worry too much about it. But what does this mean? So, when you say, I'm going to climb that cliff, I'm going to scale that wall to get over the to get over there and save the princess. All right, give me a climb wall check. All right. And of course, I would close that down. You take your percentile dice. 71. Oh, so right now he's not doing a good job. You have to get under your total. That's why having a high IQ is a good thing because you can get bonuses to your skills. So 28. Oh, second time around, maybe went down another 20 feet and found areas that he could climb with easier. So that's what you need to do. Roll underneath. Always a good idea. Yeah, what am I doing? Stop. Ah, there we go. Again, me being stupid. All right. Other physical skills. So, one thing you notice, skills are broken down into subcategories: communications, domestics, espionage. So, domestics has your cooking, your dancing, sewing. Espionage, your thieving stuff, horsemanship. In the books, language and literacy and lore are all technical skills. But fortunately, here in this, they get broken down a little bit. Your medical skills, your military skills, physical skills, athletics, general. Yay! Okay. Languages. All right. So we speak 3 languages. That's more than most Americans. So we're human. So we're in the wastelands. So let's speak Western. Let's see, and we need to bump this up to make it at 98%. So we're gonna do 58. There we go. But what if it's your native language? Shouldn't it be 100? No. No. How many times have you guys messed up with your own language? Lots. We all have. 98%. That's the highest any skill goes. Now you'll see examples in later videos of where skills are well above 100%. Those are exception to the rules. But we'll deal with those when we get there. Let's see. So, Gobbly. We don't like ogres. So we're going to kind of know their language a little bit so we can intimidate them. And we get 10% bonus here. Hey, 50%. We're halfway decent at antagonizing ogres. And let's see. Another language. What should we do? Oh. I need to set up my second monitor so I can have that up. Anyways. Let's do... Got Western. Let's do Elven. Because Elven is a universal trading language, so that will help out. All right. Now, WP, weapon proficiency. Yes, you have to be proficient in the weapon. Well, you don't have to be. It helps out a lot. Let's see. So we have shield. We can defend ourselves. And swords. Sword. So when we go stabby stabby, it's easier for us to stabby stabby and not get stabbed back because we'll have a shield to defend ourselves with. We get 2 more WPs, 2 more weapon proficiencies. Let's see. What do we have? Well, we're from a desert region. So no battle axe. We could do archery. No harpoon. No modern weapons. Mouth weapons, not maybe. Let's see. Let's do archery. Give us some range capabilities. And let's do a net. Yeah, I could see it being a desert, using a net to capture your prey. Our hand-to-hand is going to be experts. We train for our fighting. Now, the vast majority of OCCs get some form of hand-to-hand combat training. For example, a monk will automatically. You'll start off with martial arts. There's generally 3 tiers of hand-to-hand. Basic. Well, actually, there's 4 technical tiers. None, which fighting is a pain in the butt, but your civilians type OCCs, like your farmers, your vagabonds, generally won't start with any. Your basics, you've got to do a scuff once or twice, defended yourself. Expert, you've trained for hand-to-hand combat. You've trained to fight, so you're more experienced than your average bear. And martial arts / assassins. These are your top tiers. Martial arts, the monks start off with those automatically. But assassin is if you're evil. You don't get an assassin. You don't get assassin unless you're evil. And these will also usually cost you some of your skills to get that extra proficiency. So, all right. So we get 10 other skills for an OCC related. Our OCC skills are skills directly related to your job. It's what you do. We forgot wilderness survival. See? This is wilderness survival's wilderness and wilderness survival. We get 10% on that. So OCC skills. Skills directly related to your jobs. These are the core functions of your jobs. We're a mercenary fighter. We're a mercenary warrior. We have 4 weapon proficiencies, and we're a hand-to-hand expert. We have trained extensively to fight. That's what we do. Now, you may have noticed that armor is not a proficiency. It's not a skill. You don't necessarily have to be proficient. There's no real additional training for armor. Depending on for mercenary fighters, we're going to go with the heaviest plate we can get, which we're going to start off with a suit of chain. We'll get into that later. Now, if we were a magic user, we might not necessarily want to go full plate for various reasons. So back to the skills. OCC related. We get 10 other skills at level 1, plus we get 2 additional skills at 3, 6, 9, and 12. And those new skills will start at level 1 and grow from there. So we have let's see if I can do this. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what additional skills we can get. We can pick up sign language. We can pick up any domestic. We can pick up any espionage. Now, as you see, again, these since they're related, excuse me, since these are somewhat related to our jobs, we get a slight bonus. Plus 10% on language, literacy, and lore, because as mercenaries, we'll be expected to travel and be able to speak with a lot of people on several subjects and be able to read. So we might we'll go ahead and pick up literacy. Being able to read is a good idea. Literacy. Let's start with Elven. Let's see. We can pick up any weapon proficiencies. We can pick up mathematics. Right now, 1 + 1 equals ouch. Dead, whatever. We're not, as you can see, we're not scholarly type. Medical, first aid, so we can stop our bleeding. Let's see. Military. Excuse me. Physical. Well, we do need physical skills. Now, one set of physical skills we really going to need is going to be bodybuilding and weightlifting. We need to work on our physical strength. We need to make ourselves stronger. We need to, yeah. I mean, 13, not horrible, but it can be better. Hopefully, if we can get this into 16 range, we might be able to eke out a damage bonus. So let's see. Physical. Boxing. Definitely boxing for a couple of reasons. Number one, that is going to give us some additional SDC. It's going to make it, and plus it'll give us an extra hand-to-hand attack. Now, there's been a lot of talk recently, amongst other channels, saying bodybuilding and boxing should not. A lot of GMs will say, no, you can't have those together. Again, depends on the situations. It depends on your overall background. In this case, we're mercenaries. We're doing training. We're training with our weapons. We're training to fight. Yes, we're going to have both of those, bodybuilding and weight and boxing. So we're going to get a +2 to our physical strength and +10 to SDC. SDC. There. Then 2 there. All right, so we're getting closer. So now we're at 17 SDC. Yay, we have more SDC than our hit points finally. And it doesn't take much. Let's see. Boxing gives us 1 additional attack per melee. Let's see, skills. So you start off with 2 for being alive, 2 for your hand-to-hand combat, and in our case, 1. So we're gonna have 5 attacks per round. Let's see. We're gonna have a +2 to parry and a +2 to dodge. We're gonna have a +1 to roll with punch. Let's see, and we're gonna be 3d6 on our SDC. More SDC, yay! More SDC is good. Hello, Chill Gamer and Pokemario. Haven't seen you guys. All right, so we want 3d6. 14. That's impressive. That is the best we've had yet. Let's see. So we're gonna have 24 here. 31 STC. That's good. That's real good. All right. And that's just from boxing. Just from 2 skills. 2 skills has really beefed up our defenses, beefed up our attacks. Excuse me, beefed up our physical strength. Oh wait, we have a total of 4. But I forgot the +2 to PS here too. So with 2 skills, we've increased our physical strength 4 times. That gives us a 17 physical strength. That means we now have a +2 to damage. So when we swing our swords, we're doing sword like 2d6, 3d6, whatever it may be, +2. Now, it doesn't seem like it's a lot, but in this setting it is. That +2 is a big one. Let's see. Okay, so that's 3 of our 10. Let's see what else we can get. Here we go. Physical. Any except acrobatics and gymnastics. Okay. So, no acrobatics and no gymnastics. Okay. No, okay. So, no acrobatics. We've got athletics. Oh, you know what athletics does give us? More stuff. Look at this. Athletics, general. +1 to roll with punch. It gives us another one. +1 to physical strength. Look at that. 18. We're now up to +3. +3 damage. Let's see. +1d6 to speed. We can finally get a little bit faster. 5. All right. All right. Now we're back to average. And 2d4 to SDC. 2d4. 2. All right. You know, hey, that's 2 more than we had before. You can't really fault that. We're up to 33. All right. All right. So we got boxing. We've got bodybuilding. Let's see. We've got climb. So here's where the 2 skills are going to come into effect. So your first one is making the climb. 2 consecutive failed rolls mean you fell off. So you can, you have to roll over. You have to fail it twice in order to be a problem. Your second one is repelling, coming down the cliff. So to me, that's easier, but it is what it is. Let's see, juggling. He no, I don't think it will go with juggling because his physical prowess is a 12, and he's not particularly that athletic. Let's see. He doesn't know how to swim. No swimming. Wrestling. I could see we're dealing with somebody in the wastelands and tribes. Wrestling is not out of the options. Forced march, not out of the realm. Prowl. Running's a good one. Getting your PE up is good. And the 4d4 to speed is actually a very big boost. That's anywhere from 4 to 16. I mean, we could in theory double what our current speed is. And would give us another d6 to SDC, which from 1 to 6, I mean, that's an option. Let's see what rogue skills we've got. Concealment's not a bad idea. Locate secret compartment indoors. No, I don't think he's going to be. He's got an IQ of 10. And it took him a lot of work to get up to this 18 physical strength. What am I freaking? Stop that. Thank you. Jeez. Oh, now what? There we go. Pick locks? Nope. Pickpockets? No. Prowl? No. No. He's not going to be sneaky. He's got to use. Fortunately, he doesn't have to use overly heavy equipment anymore. We've got his STC up quite a bit. I mean, remember, we started with a 7, and we're up to a 33. That is a big jump in defenses. Let's see. Science. You know what? Being able to add 1 + 1 might be a good idea. Science, mathematics, basic. Let's see what a bonus he'll get. Science, mathematics. Nope, no bonuses. All right. Let's see. Let's take a look at the wilderness skills. This could need something. Boat building. What's a boat? We won't know what a boat is. Dowsing. You know what? That's not a bad one there. That makes sense. Being able to locate water, especially in a wilderness, that's a good idea. Identify plants and fruits. Yep. I'm anticipating some light time periods of money, or for again, we've Got our physical strength up to an 18, so that's good. But the rest of us were average. Let's see. Skin and prepare animal hides. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. And not only that, we're coming from a tribe. We're coming from a. We're not coming from society. So we're going to have more of these wilderness utilitarian skills. So let's see where we're at. No, we're not at 10 yet. Math is your friend. Let's see. All right. What else do we have options for? Horsemanship, general, or exotic? I could see having exotic. Camels. Non-normal creatures. I can see that. Let's see. Two more. Let's see what. Let's go with some. Let's see what we got for lore wise. Lore. So we got cultures and customs. Not a bad option. That would be actually good for a mercenary. Demons and monsters, again, really good option for mercenaries. Fairy folk. That's actually a good option for anybody. Fairy folk are cool. Be careful about the food. Out of character. Be careful about the food. Let's see, geomancy and ley lines. That's good for the spellcasters. Lore magic, lore religion, lore sea. Nope. Lore undead and lore witch. Well, let's go with demons and monsters. And hey, we get bonus to this. And you know what? Let's go ahead and go with the cultures and customs. That's a good idea. Maybe average, but he's not retarded. He's going to be, especially keep in mind this is level 1, so at least they're going to have. They may not necessarily botch their way out of a job. So, secondary skills. We're going to get 4 secondary skills and 2 additional skills at 5, 10, and 15. These are secondary skills are like your hobbies. They, what does the character like to do? So let's think about this for a minute. This is from a desert environment. They're the 6th son or the 6th child. I like to try to wrap around either a skill, their personality. I mean, I like to wrap their personality around a skill or some aspect of the character that you can build upon. So we've got, as it sits right now, you've got Musclehead. Took a lot of work to get to the physical strength, but they can effectively swing a sword. They can effectively block the attacks. They can hit you and it's going to hurt. They can do their jobs. But what makes them them? What is it about them that will make them grow? Let's see. And we're restricted to these selections. We just don't get the bonuses. Oh, wait, we get 5% to horsemanship. Nice. All right. Well, let's take a look at domestic. Let's take a look at domestic. Because right now, our characters, and he's going hungry. He can track, he can kill, he can skin. So we're definitely going to need cook. He needs to be able to cook his food. We don't want to go starving. Starvation is bad. Fishing. What's excuse me? What's a fish? Oh, let's see. Excuse me. Long day. Let's see. Entertainment. Well, let's play a musical instrument. There we go. Huh. Let's see if. Yeah. Okay. So what? Barter would be a good idea. Gives him a chance to negotiate his fees. And we get one more. Let's see. Oh, wait. All right, we're going to have to make an adjustment. Instead of language gobbly, we're going with language giantese. So I was wrong about what language ogres speak. Some ogres speak giantese. Okay. Oh, by the way, Dwarven is a dead language. Which is kind of ironic, but okay. Let's see. Well, and the reason for that is that way back in the past, dwarf and elves didn't like each other. Surprise! I know. Who would have thought? And they really didn't like each other. And it was about a millennium of constant warfare. And then that ended, and humans came up and said, "Stop it!" So, let's see. No, definitely not. Nope. Yeah. Western, Balagor Wastelands. Yeah. Western was a good pick. Wolfen, I like Wolfen. Dog people, as in Roman Empire. It's fun. Let's see. We have literacy in Elven, don't we? Let's go ahead and take literacy in Western. And it would be a good idea to know our own language. All right. So those are all of our skills at level 1. Yay! Now, depending on what class you get, your skill selection will vary as hell. You know, your idea for what you want your character to do will vary as well. Will change what your skills you choose. Choose me. If he was from a different country, could have changed his languages, could have changed his weapons, could have changed his secondary skills, things of that nature. There's no two characters are ever going to be identical. There's a lot of flexibility in this system for a player and for a GM. Starting equipment. All right. Equipment. Oops. Let's see. Here we go. Equipment. Let's see. Eye colors. Let's go with. Why not? All right. So, 2 sets of clothing. Now, when you're making a character, this is where it takes forever. Everything else can be done real quickly. It's this copying of everything down that takes fragging forever. Boots. Pair of gloves. Because they do, and this is not a bad things. You can see the equipment is pretty detailed. And could you truncate this part? Sure, you can. Let's see. It's whatever you and your GM agree upon. Water skin and a. All right, so we are starting off with chainmail. And then where is. You know what? I forgot to check on hand-to-hand combat. Expert. 2 attacks, +2 to roll with punch. Yep, that's already in there. That's good. +2 to pull a punch. That's already there. That's good. All right. So as you can see, next level we'll get a +3 to parry and dodge. After that, +2 to strike. After that, another attack. So we'll be up to 6 attacks at 4th level. Let's see. Alignments. Let's stick with unprincipled. Why not? PPE and ISP, these are for magic and psionics. We're not going to worry about that this time around. Got that. We don't need that. Here we go. So we have archery. We have net. We have shield. We have sword. All right. So archery will give us, we can get 2 attacks for every 1 attack we do. Net, we can entangle something. Shield will give us a bonus to parry, and a sword gives us a bonus to strike. Let's see. All right. Armor. We're doing with chainmail. With the goal at some point of upgrading. So, AR is attack rating. So your opponent has to roll a 14 or better to bypass your armor into your SDC. If they roll between a 4 or a 5 and a 14, then they hit your chainmail, and your chainmail has 44 SDC to take the damage. Excuse me. If you get magical items, you can improve those with up to 4 abilities. Let's see. Hand to hand, or hand to hand expert. We get 5 attacks, +2 to parry, +2 to dodge, +4 to roll with punch, +4 to pull punch, +3 damage bonus. If we roll a natural 20, we get a crit. Get a +1 to save versus horror factor. Let's see. Basic punch, 1d4 +3. Now, power punch is when you just cock back at full force. It takes up 2 attacks. 2d4 +3. Let's see. So let's go with sword. All right. We're going to start off with a small shield. That as our shield. Okay. Sword. We have a dagger, sword of choice. And one other weapon of choice. We'll go with a net. All our basic SDC weapons. Now, you're going to see SDC mentioned everywhere. SDC is standard damage capacity. That's what, it's the only reason why this is important is because in other realities, other worlds, other games, settings for Palladium, they have what's known as MDC, mega damage capacity. The difference between an MDC and SDC is the difference between shooting a tank with a pistol versus shooting a person with a tank cannon. You shoot a tank all day long with a pistol, you're not even going to scratch the paint. That's SDC damage. That tank shoots you with its main cannon, you just got smeared a quarter mile down the road. That's mega damage. There's no coming back from that. Let's see. Any one of the aforementioned weapons can be of exceptional quality, with a bonus of +1 to strike and parry, or +3 to damage. Well then. That's an interesting option there. Let's see. The +1 to strike is good. I mean, strike and parry. Being able to hit and not get hit, excellent choices. Being able to do more damage when you're getting your hit in, good choice as well. Let's see. Strike of +0. I'm thinking we'll go with a +1 to strike and parry. We don't have a bonus. We have +2 to parry, but no +0 to strike. That's going to give us a +3 to parry and +1 to strike. So that +1 is going to be big because you have to roll a 5 or better to hit your opponent. If you roll a 1 to 4, you miss. With the +1 to strike, now we miss on a 1 to 3. We roll a 4, add the +1, we got a 5, we're hitting you. Now, whether we're hitting armor or the person that's a whole different discussion. You could continuously damage the person's armor until it's out of SDC, and then they're not getting that protection anymore. Now, if they survive, they got to pay to get that repaired, just like you will. Let's see. Small shield. And net. Okay. Now, oops. Money. Start off with 200 gold. All right. Western Imperials. Sounds good. All right. Now, really, the last thing we have to do is pick our sword. One of the nice things about this settings or these books, you have a wide variety of weapons available. It's not just long sword, short sword, dagger. It's you can really customize and make your character stand out. And they do have a great ancient weapons compendium that gives you where the cutting edges are of many of the ancient weapons. And here's these are just going to be small portions. I'm thinking going with a scimitar. Desert people, that seems appropriate. Handed down from family. Let's see, it's 2d6. All right. Two-handed, no. See, so the good news is it's a one-handed weapon, which is great for us, so we can have our shield as well. It's only about 2.5 feet long, weighs about 3.5 pounds, 2d6 damage, and average cost of 35 gold pieces. Types of armor. So this is where we're going to want full plate. It's expensive, but it has the most protection. Armor rating of 17, SDC of 160. It's going to take a while to cut through that. Let's see. You can get boarding for your horses, and what you can do to get how you can repair it, if it's by yourself or if you're paying somebody to do it. How fast they can do it, how much it'll cost, and how long it'll take. Let's see. Now, kobolds are not inherently evil. Well, they are, but kobolds are the next tier down of being able to make some of the best equipment after dwarves. Dwarves make the best equipment. Dwarven's workmanship is just phenomenal. Keep in mind, you'll be paying for it too. At 800%. Of course, 800% of 35 gold. You're not going to feel that too much. But if you get something that's 1,000 gold, you'll feel that. Yeah. So let's see. Oh, sorry. You have to roll more than the AR. So we have an AR 14. They have to roll a 15 or better to hit us, to bypass the armor. So with any luck, you'll be spending a lot of your time and money repairing your armor. Good luck with that. Let's see. And I think so. Let's give this a once over. Average stats. We've worked our physical strength up to an 18. Yay us. We're human. We're unprincipled. Mercenary warriors. We're 26 years old. 6'1". Oh, we didn't do the hair color. Let's go with brown. And one thing you'll learn from me is I am unimaginative. If you guys want to change that, change it. I don't care. It's up to you. Sixth born. They're a bit quick to the temper, but they're a good guy. They're from the wasteland, so more of a Middle Eastern type tribe. Let's see. Family does own land, but they're not exactly rich. They probably sacrificed a little bit to get you the equipment you need. And you don't like ogres, probably because they keep on encroaching on your land and eating your livestock. So, okay, with that 18 strength, you can now carry up to 650 pounds. Carry a lot more now than you were before. And lift 720 pounds. You are strong. You can run 10 feet per second. Let's see. Run yards per melee, 50. Max speed distance in miles, 2.2. So if you were pretty much moving at about almost 7 miles an hour. Full on sprint, you can go about 2 miles. Your skills, our overall skills, they're okay. We do have a lot of growing to do. Okay, we're only first level, so that's not a bad thing. Yeah, we are still easily scared, but we do have a bit of a spine on us. We know how to fight. We get 5 attacks per melee. And why is that false? Nice. What did I mess up? The hell? Something happened here. Oh, I think I see. Here we go. No. Huh. Let's see. No, not that. Here we go. Excel. Gotta love it. All right. Where are we at? Here we go. Hit points 15s, 33 STC. We've reused our bow. No, freaking stop it. Stop. There we go. If we use our bow, we can get 2 attacks for every action. Oh yeah, we need to add that. You guys can add that later. No bonus to initiative. That would be nice. +2 to parry, +2 to dodge, +4 to wall with punch, +4 to pull. We've already gone all that. Let's see. That's not right. Eh. All right. Well, we'll have to figure that out. I'll work on that before I upload the character. See what I did wrong. All right. I'll figure that out. Let's see. And then your combat sheet. And that is our first character, Mercenary Warrior, Man at Arms. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you again. Yeah. Apparently, Falchion likes the scimitar. And let's see. Oh, stop the shit. Here we go. So, thank you for joining. I do have some improvements I need to do, and I shall see you next time. And thank you.